All right. Last week, I interviewed Vincent Racaniello, virologist from Columbia University. And he said it does make some sense that countries are starting to roll back COVID guidelines and restrictions. When you look at the UK, when you look at Israel, when you look at other countries, it makes some sense because as this Omicron wave goes down, it does seem like Omicron is significantly less deadly. Doesn't mean everybody has only a cold, but there are some reports that say the Omicron death rate is 0.2%. That would put it at basically flu, which is 0.15%. Vaccines widely available, very good at preventing serious illness and death. Omicron tailored vaccine coming in a few months. If not after this wave, then when is sort of the question that is increasingly being asked. Of course, bearing in mind some people are going to need to be careful for a long time because of specific health situations. Denmark is now going back to normal. Denmark will end most COVID restrictions and, quote, welcome the life we knew before. Denmark Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen announced yesterday that Denmark will throw out most COVID pandemic restrictions that it placed, including masks. Restrictions currently in place are for the public to wear masks on public transit, in restaurants, shops, healthcare facilities, and retirement homes. However, following the February 1 change of restrictions, which is Tuesday, masks will only be required in hospitals, healthcare facilities, and elderly homes. We say goodbye to the restrictions and welcome the life we knew before, Frederiksen said. As of February 1st, Denmark will be open. According to Health Minister Magnus Heunicke, Denmark's recent cases of COVID were more than 46,000 daily on average. However, only 40 people are in hospital intensive care units. We continue with a strong epidemic surveillance. Then we can react quickly if necessary. Despite lift of restrictions, Frederiksen warned there could be a rise in infections, which may lead to a fourth vaccination shot being necessary, which other countries have found doesn't actually make sense. So there are certainly controversies here, but this is a question many countries are going to be faced with. I don't pretend to know the answer. One aspect of this that many doctors are pointing to is, if not after this wave, then when? Because if this wave moves us to the endemic phase where it takes on more of a flu-like seasonal trajectory with a lower death rate, this secondary Omicron variant that now is being looked at, which may be even more contagious, but even milder, although we don't yet know for sure, would push us even closer to flu/cold. What do you wait for is the question. And it's not for me about, are we now at no risk? It's what milestone would we be waiting for if indeed that's the trajectory. So I'm not pretending to know what needs to happen, but I am asking, what would be the milestones, if not in another 6 weeks, as the cases continue to decline rapidly, if they do? In many states, Massachusetts, for example, cases are already down more than 50% and declining very rapidly. Nationally, they're declining a little less quickly. Globally, they're basically flat right now. Globally, we're now at the peak rather than beyond it. So more and more countries going in this direction. Doesn't seem the U.S. is close to it. I think masks on planes and public transit will be around for a while, but there may be changes coming. I'm curious to hear from you what direction you think it needs to go. You can find me on Twitter at @DPackman, and we'll be back right after this short break. Science has shown us that lowering your body temperature at night helps you sleep. I can't sleep in a hot room. That's why I love our sponsor, Chili Sleep, which makes customizable, climate-controlled sleep solutions to sleep better. Their flagship products are the Uller sleep system and the Cube sleep system, which is what I have. Both are hydro-powered, temperature-controlled luxury mattress pads. You can make them as cold as 55 degrees Fahrenheit. If you wanted, you could go as hot as 115 degrees. I like the cooler option. I keep mine at 60 degrees, and it gives me a great cool night of sleep. No feeling hot, no more sweating. I'm falling asleep faster, and it pairs perfectly with Chili Sleep's weighted Chili Blanket, which keeps you cold on top, too. And for a limited time, Chili Sleep has a special offer just for my audience. Go to chilisleep.com/Packman To learn about the exclusive discount, the link is down below.